Hello, my name is Chase Jones. I will be talking about Baroness Abbott today. Oops, Baroness Abbott. About Abbott. She was born on July 17th, 1898. She died on December 9th, 1991. She lived for 93 years. She died of heart failure. She went to school to also be a sculptress at first, and then she went back to get her degree for photography. The style. Abbott had a really unique style. She was a central figure and an important bridge between the photographic circles and culture hubs of Paris and New York. Most of her pictures were black and white because of the lack of technology back then. The feeling that I had are that both of these pictures are very busy and overwhelming. I say this because she took her pictures in Paris and New York, and that's where a lot of tourists are. What makes them interesting? For me, I think her pictures are interesting because I have never been to New York nor Paris, and she brings out the characteristics in the photos, and it also brings out the uniqueness of the setting on where she is. Why I want to look at them? I want to look at her photos because it is done professionally, and in some of her pictures, it brings out the feature of the photo. There is no hiding on what's there and what's not. I also find them interesting because of the angle of the camera she had and the creativity of the picture that she was taking, such as an unusual vantage point, as you see. My personal favorite, this is my personal favorite picture because you can see you can see a lot of composition. You can see the rule of thirds of the bridge in the background. You can see some vertical, horizontal, and some diagonal lines. And then this is my favorite part about it is that you can also see what the time looked like back then. Like this is like what New York and Paris looked like. My least favorite photo. This is my personal least favorite photo out of all of them. The only reason why I say this because it really doesn't have that many things in the picture. It's just a back alleyway. Although it does have a really cool texture of the brick rocks as the walking, but overall it's just a one-way picture, and I personally don't feel like I have much interest in it. These are the best photos I think Abbott took. You see my personal favorite in the top right, and she took a lot of photos, and it really brought out like what she was trying to show about everything. And an overall summary about Abbott. Overall, she was an American citizen. She lived for 93 years in her life. She was born in Springfield, Ohio. At first, she was growing up, she was getting her sculpture degree so she could be a sculptress. She was doing her sculptor career in Paris before returning to Paris and becoming an assistant at the Man Ray studio where she would master photography. She became a well-known photographer during the 1920s, and then when she got older, her body weakened and ended up dying on December 9th, 1991 due to heart failure. That's it.